So our problem, let me come closer to you, my dear.
Yes, sir.
Man. And the Lord said unto Moses, see. That's it right there. How you see yourself, how I see myself, will determine how others see you. Mm-hmm. Ooh, can I get a... You remember when Moses sent the 11 spies out? And they came back to give a report.
It still does what it does.
And they all, except the Joshua and Caleb, they came back with a negative report. Here's what they said. This is Numbers chapter 13, beginning with verse 28. The people be strong that dwell in the land. Okay, let me start verse 25. And they returned from searching of the land after 40 days. And they went and came to Moses and to Aaron, and to all the congregation of the children of Israel, and to the wilderness of Paran, to Kadesh, and brought back word unto them, and unto all the congregation, and showed them the fruit of the land. And they told him and said, we came unto the land whither thou sentest us, and surely it flows with milk and honey. And here's some fruits that we brought back for us to see. Nevertheless, however, but the people be strong that dwell in the land, and the cities are walled and very great. And moreover, we saw the children of Anak there. The Amalekites dwell in the land of the south, and the Hittites and the Jebusites and the Amorites dwell in the mountains, and the Canaanites dwell by the sea, and by the coast of Jordan. And Caleb stilled the people. And Caleb stilled the people and said, let us go up at once and possess it, for we are well able to overcome it. But the men that went with him said, we be not able to go up against the people, for they are stronger than we. And they brought an evil report of the land which they had searched unto the children of Israel. In verse 33, and there we saw, they said, the giants of the son of Anak, which cometh of the giants. And we were in our own sight as grasshoppers, and so we were in their sight. You see the psychology of that? Mm-hmm. They saw themselves, and they
saw themselves, and then they got seen by what they saw.
Say it again.
They saw themselves, mm-hmm. and then they got seen by what they saw. So the others saw them. They were seen as they saw themselves to be.
So other people sees you as you see you.
Right.
It's a real meter right here.
Exactly.
How do you see yourself? Go back to Mo.
Going back to Mo?
Uncle Mo, Zess. God, the Lord, said to Moses, see. See what, Lord? That's all. That's my problem. I've been seeing all this stuff. But there's another sight.
There's a God sight.
Yeah. Ooh, say it again.
There's a God sight.
So Moses had been seeing exoterically.
Moses had been seeing from the sight of Moses. But if you see from the sight of God, you'll always be what you need to be. Moses, if you see from the sight of Rich, or just Robin, you'll be just that. But if you see with God's sight, you will be a god to Pharaoh. And that's what Caleb and Joshua saw.
Yes.
They had God's sight, good sight, insight.
Mm-hmm.
The others saw from their own individual sight. So they're, like you were saying, there are two different sights. There's individual sight, and then there's God's sight. If you see from God's sight, you always win.
Yeah,
You've always
see?
won, because it's done. From God's perspective, it's always done. It's already done.
Mm-hmm. Oh man! So Paul picked this up in the New Testament. Same truth. While we look not at the things which are seen.
And Miles talks about this. He says until you can, you have to see with God's sight to bring what you see on the scene. SCEN.
Yeah.
He does a teaching on that.
That is so beautiful. Because I got the word some years ago in that same vein. God's eyes must see. We call it esoterically, inwardly, beyond, metaphysically. We must see beyond the physical, beyond the natural, beyond the normal, beyond the material realm. Until I can see, because all through the word, that's the one statement the infinite always says to different people: see. Abraham, see. I've given you this land. See. So there's something about this sight of vision that we have not yet mastered. And Moses is one of those incidents we see in Moses. The Lord said, Moses, here's the divine, here's the infinite speaking to Moses. I have made you. I'm not going to make you. Past tense. It was already his.
It's always completed from the God's perspective.
Yeah.
Always.
So we have to catch up.
Yeah.
And align our mind with the divine.
And that's why in the New Testament with the Christ, he understood that it was always done. It was completed. I give thanks. He didn't have to pray or beg or any of those things, because if it's already done, why do I have to keep asking for it? I give thanks.
Yeah.
He gave thanks.
I give thanks right now.
Yeah, it's
right now, Lord.
Because every time you keep repeating it over, you're solidifying that it's not completed. So, in all things, give thanks, because it's done. It's completed.
I give thanks.
And if you can stay in the seeing, in the sight, in the hearing, in the knowing of thankfulness, then your answer is sure to come, to manifest, because it's completed, it's there. But if you're asking or praying for it again, and Price talked about this, he said it's like starting all over, because you're saying it's not done.
When it's done.
When it's done.
According to your faith.
And even scripturally speaking, it says, I'm the beginning and the end. It says nothing about the middle, because he knows beginning is done, the end is done. He don't get involved in all the semantics of the middle and what you need to do and blah blah blah, because it's done. Beginning, end. I'm the beginning, the end. It's completed. We on this plane get caught, because we're walking through it, get caught up in the semantics of what we need to do, but he's saying it's done. beginning, end, first, last. It's finished.
Yeah.
If it's finished,
Sweet, sweet, sweet.
if it's finished, it's finished. You don't have to keep. You maintain the thought of what it is, but you give thanks for what it is because it's done.
Mm-hmm. That's living from the end.
And that's living from the end. And that's what Neville talks about. Our girl Candace, who followed Neville, she said, it's final.
Mm-hmm.
It's a final thing. It's completed.
Mm-hmm.
You know, accept it
As final.
as final. So we give thanks.
I give thanks.
All
we give thanks.
good health,
All of our good.
good health, good wealth, good success, spirits.
We give thanks. Thank you.
Thank you. For
Thank
us, for our children, for
Thank
our
you.
children's
Thank
children,
you. Thank you,
for
Father.
people who are seeking.
Thank you, infinite God.
Thank you.
Thank you.
For Aunt Chris.
All of our
Thank you.
prayers have already been answered.
Thank you. We give
We
thanks.
we give thanks and give praise. And so
That's
it
what it
is.
is.
It cannot be otherwise. And we
And we
rejoice with a grateful heart.
Mm-hmm.
Give thanks
Thank you. That was good.
to the Holy One.
Now see this. You can stop it. Then you stop.